halftime with Clemson 13, Boston College 3, and we'll be back. Those are the leading rushers for Clemson, and there's the first down total right now. Boston College 11, but Clemson on the move. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Into the third quarter on the reverse. End around, that's Rolak. And Rolak is met after a 2-yard gain.
That's a tight slot for Rolak, just a freshman. Watch Rolak in the top of your screen. He's a tight slot here. They're going to fake to the middle. They've been having luck with Mack. They hand off here on the reverse, and Rolak gets the end. Says, well, wait a second. There's not supposed to be anybody here but white shirts. Unfortunately, there's a few of the other color, and down he goes. Steve LeBuscher and Tony Thurman making the tackle for Boston College. It's a 2nd and 7 situation now. Ball at the 38. Epley back to pass. Threw it right over to Mack, and covering Mack like a blanket was Harrington, Scott Harrington. He's only 256 pounds. Good matchup there. Well, a lot of you think this is interference, but the ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage, right? And I'll tell you, this is great defense. Everybody downfield is covered, and that's not all. This guy's covered too, and if he comes on the other side of Mack, he's got an interception for a touchdown. Great defense by Boston College all over the field. Okay, big play now for Clemson, 3rd and 7. Rolak is split to the far side, looking long. Epley throws it out of bounds, and it looked like Dunn wanted a call. Dunn wanted a call on LeBuscher, the right end number 93, who was covering the fullback or the tight end all the way. Again, Boston College playing excellent defense. The Eagles are a pretty good defensive team. Remember, they gave up 17 points on the average last year, and that includes 52 points to Penn State, so they can hold the offense down. Igwe Buike in to try the field goal. The ball placement at the 45-yard line. He made a 43-yarder last year, missed a 43-yarder for the win in 8 seconds remaining. It's up, it's got distance. It is good. Igwe Buike. What an amazing field goal with 11 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 16, Boston 3. We pause now for a word from your local station.
Open your eyes to a new world beyond your camera with the Life Library of Photography Revised Edition. Updated to show what's new in cameras, accessories, and techniques. Call our special number to begin your photographic adventure. Receive the first book in the library, The Camera. It's yours to examine for 10 days with no obligation, and get your free photographer's handbook. 68 pages of tips and guidelines for today's photography. It's yours to keep when you buy The Camera. Whether you have an automatic SLR or a simple pocket camera, once you open the cover, your lessons with the experts begin. With brilliant photographs, demonstrations, and step-by-step instructions in clear, easy-to-understand language. You'll begin to see how to go beyond your eye's limitations in focusing to create compelling images. And each succeeding book takes you into a different realm of the art. Color takes you through the spectrum into a world of light and color, of moods and emotions. The print teaches you to capture life in living black and white. Photographing nature takes you into a world of beauty, awesome, mysterious, supernatural. Begin your photographic adventure now with The Camera. It's yours to examine for 10 days free. You must be completely satisfied or send it back. Keep it and pay $14.95 plus shipping and handling. Other volumes will come one approximately every other month on the same free examination basis and at the same price. Keep the books you want. Cancel anytime. Remember, when you purchase The Camera, you get your photographer's handbook free.
Act now and save $10. Phone toll-free 1-800-554-9000 or write Photography, Time and Life Building, Chicago, and get your first volume for only $4.95. Following volumes at the regular $14.95 price. So phone toll-free 1-800-554-9000. Do it now and save $10.
16-3 on a 55-yard field goal by Igwe Buike. Boy, he's got power in that leg.
Just a chip shot for him. I tell you, I was watching him kick 65-yarders before the game. True, there's nobody coming at you, but he's got the leg.
Tyrone Taylor to the far side, and it's Kevin Bell to the near side to await the kickoff. And once again, Donald will try to boot it out of the end zone.
Bionic leg. This guy can kick, and I bet you he gets drafted by the pros. Little trouble on the short ones, a little inconsistent, but he can work on that.
9 plays in that drive that led to the 55-yard field goal. We've got a bullet this time. It's taken by Bell. Bell from the 5. Nice move at the 25-yard line. And he's down, taken down by Richard Donaldson.
For those of you that think you just run down and make a tackle on the special teams, that's not right. Watch Clemson come down the field on this. You have to stay in your lane. You see the way they're lined up? You have to keep that distance between players, and I'll show you why. If these guys all converge on the ball, this man goes for a touchdown, but they stay outside. Right here, he cuts outside. He has some room, but look at Clemson's leverage. They're all staying in their lane, and they make the tackle.
1st and 2 at the 32. Stafford broke the tackle at the 35, 40, up almost to the 45, make it the 44-yard line.
Jack Picknell saw that on film and decided to try it.
Phelan in the slot to the far side. Brennan is your split receiver. Gieselman, the tight end, on the near side on a 3rd and 8, crucial down. Stratford, your running back, along with Jimmy Brown. Mixing up the coverages, and Flutie took too much time. Lots of movement on that defense over there to try to confuse the quarterback.
And they did just that. Illegal procedure, too much time on Flutie. That's the first time I believe that's happened today. And Clemson can do that to you. The Bandit. Now, we talked about the Bandit at the head of the show. The Bandit is a roving defensive end. And I'll tell you, when he starts moving around defensively, he can give the quarterback fits. What do I do? Is he a strong safety? Is he an end? Is he coming? Is he staying back? You saw the result right there. Flutie has to look around, make the call. He didn't do it in enough time.
Jack Picknell over the ball at center now. You said that was a crucial play. Now the strategy changes at 3rd and 13. Flutie, the deep drop, now comes inside. We might have a holding call as the ball is intercepted at the 40-yard line by Pleasant. Reggie Pleasant still on his feet to the 43-yard line. Let's check the penalty flag back deep at the 30-yard line. Terrific pressure by the Clemson defensive front. There's Perry. You see him head on, Kevin.
Watch this job now that the center does on Perry. This guy's 320 pounds. Look at this. Look at the positioning on him. He gets him around the back. Flutie steps up just the way he's supposed to. Of course, he used his hands on that, and it's a penalty. Doesn't matter because it was intercepted anyway, but that's not a bad job. Here's a tip and an interception, and that's the old tip drill. Great reaction.
So
another turnover.
Pleasant gets the ball, but 9:07 remaining here in the second quarter. 16-3, Clemson with a 1st and 10. Flagler over the 45-yard line. Good 5-yard gain on the play.
That's how the defense is supposed to work. The contain holds up the running back, makes him cut inside, and the pursuit catches up with it. That's pretty good defense against a great running back.
Make it a gain of officially 3 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for Clemson now. Ray Williams comes to the near side. Boyers to the far side, out of the eye. Epley on the down and out. Almost a great catch by Williams.
That ball thrown a little high. Epley has not been as crisp tonight as he was last week throwing the ball. He was 10 for 14, 140 yards in the time that he played against Western Carolina. But remember, Western Carolina is not Boston College, and their defensive secondary has done a pretty good job on Mr. Epley. In fact, I believe they were minus yardage for the first half passing.
Flagler with 43 yards rushing is your tailback. 3rd and 7. Here comes the student body, Epley. Nice move to get out of the pocket, and he throws it down.
Well, that's a blitz by the big linebacker, Diassi, and that ooh you hear is that grounding. I'm inclined to think it is, but it's a good play on Epley's part. There was a receiver in the area. It just looked pretty bad.
Rulak was in the area, and into the ball game is Dale Hatcher for the punting Shores.
Rulak would have had to have long fingernails to catch that one.
Hatcher's been punting beautifully. Oh, and he sends a high spiral. Phelan calls for the fair catch at the 7-yard line. So Gerald Phelan covers the football. And Clemson leading 16-3 with 8 minutes 16 seconds remaining here in the third quarter has to give up the football. Boston College getting tough defensively.
They played very well. You know, Hatcher's an interesting story. He has a chance this year to become the only punter in Clemson history to average 40 yards a punt for 3 seasons. He's done it in the last 2 years, and this is the 3rd season.
McKenzie to the far side, Brennan to the near side. And the Clemson defense hold Boston College deep. Hand off to Bell, and he hits the far side where he meets Henry Walls and Devane, William Devane.
Field position is extremely important for Boston College. They are a passing team. They won all the stats in the first half. They had more first downs, more time possession, more passing yardage, but they don't have any points. I think they need to get Flutie more involved in the game on foot. He's got to roam around a little bit more.
Game of 3. Ball at the 10. Breaking loose. Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Henry Walls finally caught up with Stratford.
Big play for Boston College here, getting a man loose and getting a first down deep in their own territory. As I said, field position extremely important. Flutie has to have a lot of field to work with. He's that type of quarterback. Being short, he's got to be able to go sideline to sideline in order to find an opening to throw the ball, and he's not getting that type of field position.
Boston College, the ball resting on the 21-yard line. And Flutie on the first down goes to the air. Why not? Tight end handed for a moment and then dropped it. Pelagata, the 200-pound sophomore, just couldn't bring it in.
Well, you know, they say that Flutie had 5 passes dropped last week, that he would have been 20 for 27 for a lot more yardage. Now, that was what I was talking about. You see him, he rolls right, he rolled to the wide side of the field. He needs to be able to do that because of his size. He can find a crease in the defense. That was a pretty good pass and should have been caught.
Flutie is 14 of 28, 130 yards, 1 intercepted, no touchdowns. Henry Walls called the defensive signals. He's having a phenomenal day at linebacker. Over the middle it goes to the big tight end. Gieselman makes the catch at the 27-yard line. It'll be short of the first down.
Great block in the backfield for Flutie as we have a little dance down there on the turf. Flutie drilled that one. Just reared back, stood in the pocket, and drilled it into the receiver.
McSwain made sure on the hit on that try for first down, so it'll be 3rd and a yard now for Boston College.
All right, a tight end is always a great target. They're so big, and they run those hook patterns and stand there, and for a safety or a linebacker, you love to take shots at it.
Murphy comes in at a tight end for Boston College. They go to the big man up the middle, and it looks like it is very close to the first down. Henry Walls making the tackle on Strahan. Steve Strahan. He's a junior, 6'1", 206 pounds. It is good enough for the first down.
This shows the character of the Boston College team. Defensive front of Clemson's the best in the nation, and Perry weighs 320 pounds. They were able to seal him off on that play and get 2 yards. No easy task against the Tigers.
Strahan averaged 5.2 yards a carry in their first ball game of the season. 6:09 remaining in the third quarter of action. 1st and 10 from the 32. Once again, that tailback, and he's got speed to burn. Stratford. He's caught from behind at the 26-yard line by Rod McSwain. Very important sequence. Very important sequence.
What does Doug Flutie do for you? This is a draw play. Watch him freeze the secondary. Hey, this is a pass, they're saying. But here comes the running back. Everybody's looking back thinking Flutie's going to throw the ball. He'll make you a better running team. This poor kid just runs out of gas. I think he's more surprised than anybody that he was out in the open.
Stratford adds to 55 yards before that play in rushing. 1st and 10 for Boston College. Brings the fans alive here in Boston. Nice cut in. That's Kevin Bell, number 24. And he's met by Roy Brown from that bandit position. Clemson with a 16-3 lead, but Boston College on the move inside the 20-yard line. Stratford now, after a 42-yard gain on that last play, has 109 yards in the ball game. So it is not all Flutie today.
Aluminum bleachers here in Boston, and you can hear them. Boston College is alive and driving.
2nd and 5. That's Bell once again. They cut down the defensive end, and he goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. First down, Boston College. Ronald Watson making his tackle.
Take a page out of Flagler's book here. That play was designed to go inside, but he jumped outside and picked up the yardage as Clemson's defense closed.
And the whole thing that started this drive off to productivity was their first down on a 3rd down play in this half. 4 minutes, 52 seconds to be played in the quarter. Boston College at the 12-yard line. What does Flutie do now? Does he go to the air after a successful running game? He goes back to Bell, and Bell is sealed out of there. What a fine play initially by Walls to give Pickett a time to come up from the line. Edgar Pickett making the tackle, but Henry Walls forced the play.
Boston College staying on the ground almost exclusively, and very tough, as we've said time and time again. Clemson's defensive front, one of the best, if not the best in the nation. If you can get all the way down the field against that defensive front on the ground, you've got a pretty good offensive line.
Devane at nose guard. It's 2nd and 11. The big tight end is in there, Gieselman. Flutie checking off. Let's go the football, and he turns a loss into a gain. Stratford, the ball carrier. Reggie Pleasant, the tackler.
Mrs. Flutie is saying the ballet lessons have finally paid off. Watch this kid's athletic ability. He's down. No, he's not. He throws it out there, knows exactly where the pitch man is, and they pick up much-needed yardage.
That was Devane that was hanging all over Doug Flutie.
And
So
Devane,
Boston College now with the deepest penetration that they've enjoyed today. So far, they've hit only 1 field goal in this ball game, but they're on the comeback trail.
Devane outweighs Flutie by 100 pounds. And with him hanging on him, he made that pitch. That's athletic ability.
Ball at the 6-yard line. 3rd and 5 for Boston College. Phelan split to the near side. Brennan is in the slot to the far side, and Flutie goes back to look for them. Touchdown, tight end. Gieselman is mobbed by his teammates, and there you see the very happy Eagle fans here in Boston, Massachusetts. The Eagles getting their first touchdown. And Kevin Snow comes in to try the extra point. He's 5 for 5 this year.
This is a big extra point. It means the difference between 2 field goals and a touchdown, or else having to go for 2 points. So this is a pretty big extra point.
Brennan is the holder. Placement is down, the kick is up, and it looks like the kick is good. So with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining to be played here in the 3rd quarter. The Eagles put 7 points on the board, and it's Clemson 16 to 10.
We're on the goal line. This is man coverage. Clemson does not get pressure, and you can always look for the tight end drag. There's Gieselman right in the center of your picture. Man-to-man on the safety, beats him across the middle, and that's an easy touchdown for BC, and they did most of that on the ground.
And what blocking by Jack Bicknell holding out Devane.
Come on, one more.
No.
The championship of the entire civilized world.
I'll pass.
And the Michelob Light.
I'll serve.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Would good friends really play this hard for a beer?
Michelob Light for the winners.
It is Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
I thought you were tired.
Nope, just thirsty.
Michelob Light.
16 to 10, 3 minutes 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Williams and Driver are deep for Clemson. This is an unusual item of this ball game as we recheck that terrific touchdown pass.
Okay, watch Flutie. He's not a drop-back quarterback, but he'll set strong. It's a goal line defense, and the tight end is always tough on the goal line. He's so big. See the man in the corner of your screen fell down on the move. Man-to-man is tough to play.
Brian Waldron is kicking off for Boston College. High but short. Williams from the 1. Williams had a good cut inside. He chose to go outside. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Clemson at the 21-yard line. A touchdown pass, a 6-yard pass to Gieselman. They took 4 minutes and 10 seconds on that 93-yard drive in 11 plays.
And they put it in Clemson's head that this is not just a passing team, it's a running team also. And we're going into the 4th quarter, and you can bet the Clemson defensive coaches are taking note of that.
Here we go, Clemson Tigers. Flagler gets to the 24. Stacy Driver, correction. Driver at tailback, number 21, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore from Griffin, Georgia. Diassi, the leading tackler on this ball club, makes the stop from the linebacker position. And it'll be 2nd down, 8 yards to go for Clemson. The aluminum stands here at Alumni Stadium in Boston, Massachusetts are popping. The feet are pounding them. Driver once again stops short of the 25-yard line, making a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Football's an emotional game. Game can go for a quarter, 2 quarters. You start to doubt yourself. You get a drive like that put together by the offense. It always fuels the defense. You're standing on the sideline waiting for that score, waiting for that score. When you get in the end zone and you come back on the field defensively, you're ready. These guys are up, and they're playing tough for BC.
Gaffney made the stop. Butler and Alley back in as your wide receivers now on a 3rd and 6. A tough situation for Mike Epley. Clemson trying to protect a 6-point lead here in the 3rd quarter. The pitch out. Williams, Braxton Williams on the carry. Gaffney made the stop short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and about a half yard to go.
That's just pursuit. Listen to this crowd here at BC. The Eagles are flying, and they know it. Just 33,000 here, but they're screaming like they're 70 or 80.
Phelan is deep. Hatcher, the punter, standing on his 15. Beautiful snap. And another nice high floater. Good coverage. Phelan says, I want a fair catch at the 29-yard line. So decent field position for Boston College. Great field position if you take under consideration what they had the last series they went all the way.
We said at the outset, these two teams are evenly matched. Personnel-wise, there really isn't that much difference. Maybe Clemson's defensive front has a little more depth, a little more ability than Boston College, but this is the top echelon of college football, folks, and we've got a cliffhanger.
You just saw Jack McNell, a very happy coach right now, as his BC Eagles have rushed for 189 yards compared with 153 for Clemson so far in this ball game. 1st and 10, they call it at the 28. And Beestick, the fullback, up the middle. He's stopped by Jimmy Scott.
I find it very interesting that Boston College has gone more to the running game. They must have seen something in the 1st half that told them they were able to use Perry and Devane in the middle to open up holes. A lot of times you get a guy 270 or 300 pounds going in one direction. You push him in that direction, and he'll create a hole himself just by leaving the spot that he was in.
Flutie has passed for 130 yards, but it's been the running game. 2nd and 5 now for the Eagles. On the delay reverse, Stratford to the 39, the 40, the 41. Keith Williams and Chuck Richardson making the stop on Stratford.
Let's watch the Eagles use Perry's aggressiveness against them. A little block there, get him going. Now keep him going. He's behind the play. See the man with the ball. Boston College picks up big yardage by just letting Perry come.
They trail by 6. Phelan in the slot to the far side. McKenzie is split to the far side. 1st and 10 at the 42. Bagley back. Flutie over the middle, and a tight end Gieselman again. And Chucky Richardson, the junior linebacker, making the stop. Boy, now possibilities are opening up all over the place once you have some emphasis like that.
Well, offense is establish yourself. It always has been. If you establish yourself offensively, whether it be passing, running, whatever, you put the defense on the defensive. Boston College is doing that.
Stratford has run for 124 yards in this ball game. 2nd and 2 for Boston College. That's Bell. Bell in place of Stratford in the tailback spot gets the 1st down. James Robinson making the tackle.
Kid Bell is playing a whale of a football game, and he's doing a lot of it on his own. He's able to slip tackles. Clemson is noted for being able to hit guys and knock them down. They're not doing a great job here in the second half.
So Clemson, who held the Catamounts last week to 38 yards on the ground, is having trouble with a terrific rushing game now of Boston College.
I've got a timeout for measurement here, Art. We talked about that. Boston College blew out Morgan State. The same thing happened with Clemson in Western Carolina. First down, Boston College. That doesn't always help you, especially when you have young linebackers, and Clemson does. Recognition factor here is a lot keener than it would be against Western Carolina.
Ball resting in Tiger territory at the 48-yard line. 13 seconds before the fourth quarter starts. Doug Flutie, number 22, marking out the signals. That's Bell once again. Head-on tackle at the 45.
Oh.
What a hit by Keith Williams, the freshman.
Hey, you want to write a book on linebacking? Here's the first chapter.
Robinson coming over to help out and secure a gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
There he is right there. I'm a little surprised at Bell. He hasn't been getting hit cleanly all night. And right there, he got hit, and his head kept going, and his body stopped.
So that's the end of the third quarter of play from Alumni Stadium in Boston. With the score, Clemson 6, the Eagles of Boston College 10.